happen, apparently.
No, NC State shot 22% in the first half. Only 2 of 15 from 3. Half their shots were from three-point range. That's awfully difficult on the road. But you take a look at these standings. North Carolina State in very good shape. But when you look at Wake Forest, their game against Duke tonight, very important to jump up perhaps into third place in the league. In the ACC this year, like it was in the old days, 8-8 is a great finish.
You know what's interesting about, you see those standings, the balance there? 9 road wins for everybody else in the conference combined. Duke has 5 by themselves. You can see nobody's winning on the road. And when you look at this game tonight, a comparison of a couple of freshmen who are going head-to-head for freshman of the year in this conference. Who do you give the edge to right here, Paul or Deng?
People thought it was Luol Deng without question, but I think Chris Paul has made a great case to be freshman of the year in this conference. You know, he's leading the conference in steals. He's right near the top in assists, averaging over 13 points per game. Luol Deng is a great freshman. There's no question. Both these guys, though, deserve to be right there for Rookie of the Year. And how they finished tonight may be the difference.
And if you look at Wake Forest, too, just a young team that struggled at times, but Justin Gray, Chris Paul, Eric Williams, all freshmen and sophomores, all underclassmen, future stars of the ACC. And I really think Wake Forest, even though they've taken some hits, they're a team that can get into the NCAA and maybe stepping down in class if they get the right bracket and could make a run. Even though they're 5-5 right now in ACC, they're dangerous.
And give Skip Prosser credit for keeping this team in it. Their confidence took a hit, but he stayed positive with them.
I think we all agree they're a dangerous team. They're trying to avenge a 12-point loss at Duke earlier in this season. You will see Luol Deng and Duke taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, what should be a rowdy Joel Coliseum as we continue on ACC Wednesday.
Why? We're working.
ESPN College Basketball, celebrating our 25th season.
Duke should have its game face on tonight, coming off of only its second loss of the season at North Carolina State. And Wake will be basking in the glow of a much-needed big win over Cincinnati this weekend. This game is available in high definition on ESPN HD, brought to you by Best Buy and Phillips. From a sold-out Joel Coliseum in Winston-Salem, it's number 3 Duke against number 15 Wake Forest on ACC Wednesday, presented by Staples. Duke is still number 1 in the ACC, and now it's by 2 games in the loss column because North Carolina State has just been beaten by Clemson, while the Deacons are part of that 5-team logjam fighting for 3rd place in the ACC. Good evening, everybody. Mike Patrick, Dick Vitale. It's great to have you with us from Winston-Salem. Just another easy game in the ACC, Duke and Wake.
I'll tell you one time again, the ACC is the best. 7 teams will get a bid. We have stars here tonight. On the perimeter, we got 2 super point guards. We talk about the play of Chris Duhon. Had 14 assists in the first matchup. Chris Paul had 30 points in his last game. But, Mike, I really believe the difference in this game will be the front court play. That's the battle that's got to take place. For Duke to win, Sheldon Williams is going to have a big game on the interior. And for Wake to win, they're going to need help from Danilus and Eric Williams.
And Sheldon Williams had the huge game in the first meeting between these 2 teams in Durham. The front court for Duke dominated that ball game. The 3rd member of our team, Doris Burke, will work the sidelines for us. Let's check in with Doris right now.
Well, Mike, one could certainly make an argument that point guard position is the single most important in all of college basketball. We have seen our share of quality lead guards this season. The new generation, Chris Paul from Wake Forest, Mustafa Shakur at Arizona, and Drew Lavender at Oklahoma, and the elder statesman Jameer Nelson of St. Joe's, Andre Barrett, and Chris Duhon. And when you talk about experience, it's been the senior leadership that has made all the difference. Up top, Chris Paul and Drew Lavender, they got out to great starts, 11-0 and 10-0 guys, but both guys had teams that struggled in 4-game losing streaks in January. For Jameer Nelson, he flirted with the NBA, he comes back, he's led this team to number 2 ranking, undefeated. And for Chris Duhon, guys, his experience has made all the difference. Much maligned a season ago, but he has been everything Duke could ask this year.
And Doris, you won't find a coach in this league who will tell you I can win in the ACC without great guards. You know,
Georgia Tech being the only other one.
Williams in low against a double team. Tries to drop it down low, and Levy makes the steal.
Was shut out. Their front court was non-existent.
Gray got by J.J. Redick, and the sophomore from Charlotte is averaging 15.7 points a game.
Duke's really effective when they got great balance inside, outside going.
Very physical so far. Ewing with a leaner. Justin Gray was bumping him around.
It ain't in this league, man. You really special.
Levy, ball's blocked. Boy, they're letting them play tonight. Williams, great position inside. Paul was the only one near him, and then he's fouled by Visser. The freshman came down, prevented the layup. Seeding Dave Odom, who's having an excellent year in South Carolina.
Did a great job at Xavier, had the big win.
Williams not starting anymore. The big guy's been coming off the bench. Visser very smooth for a young freshman. Great post move.
We really liked him, Mike. Remember, he came in the game, placing Williams.
Duhan end-to-end. You just can't let him go that far without challenging it.
Carolina going coast to coast to win the game in overtime.
Williams, good defensive anticipation. Well, the players recognize right away the officials are going to let him play, and they're taking advantage of it. Paul back the other way, 2-on-3, tries to take it in on Williams, or Deng, and Deng had great position. The ball's knocked out of bounds.
And he is going to be ready to play tonight for Wake Forest.
Gray trying to get in, kicks it outside. Danilus rims one. Missed a lot of preseason practice, missed several games, and his game has just not come together. Williams, boy, he's hacked by Levy. And Levy says, no, I didn't do it, but you could hear the forearm being slapped. Prosser thought he was ready to be a real primetime player.
Well, all the coaches did as well. He was picked preseason, all ACC.
That's right. Well, he's second team a year ago. Here, away from the ball, we had action with Redick, and I'm not sure who.
This is early in the game, man. They're jumping on this early right now. Got Duhan on Paul, shut him down big time in the first matchup.
Offensive foul against Wake Forest. The ball will go to Duke. Skip Prosser wants to know what's going on. Levy gets his second, and then Skip Prosser picks up a technical. And why not? He's the best free throw shooter in the country, 97.1%.
I believe he got the tee because he was out of the coaching box.
He'd never have coaches at games.
But he was really way out of it, Mike. He was up here.
Don't need the help.
They're really matching up on Redick. They try to find him everywhere he goes on the floor to take away that open look for that three.
And the tough little guard, Justin Gray, is the man who's going to guard him. Deng to Horvath, and Horvath, quick off his feet, put it in.
Horvath getting some minutes here. Mike not happy with the performance of Rick. A lot of pressure. He has to do it all the time here. They need him. He's so valuable to this team at the point guard slot.
Danilus will pick up the foul by Shavlik Randolph. Danilus at the line. The Lithuanian gets the roll.
They haven't lost too often with Mr. Krzyzewski at the control. So deserving.
10-6, Duke with the early lead. Deng, the stellar freshman. And it's going to come down to freshman of the year between Deng and Paul.
Standing players. I think this kid's ready to play tonight.
Misses the first. Williams gets the rebound and puts it in. He is 275 pounds and is a load in the middle.
You could feel it in his body language before the game.
And Sheldon Williams is down.
This would be a major loss for Duke. Look at him on the interior. He just earned this deuce. There he is. Now watch the second effort. The big guy goes back up again. He's got a lot stronger this year. He's been a little bit of a slump, a shooting slump.
Now look at Sheldon Williams. He is going to literally walk off the court while the play is still going on. Let's see if we can tell where he got hit. That happened after that part of the replay. Dang, so smooth for a freshman. Williams gets the rebound. He hasn't started the last couple of ball games. Paul. Great pass to Strickland.
Oh, what a great look to Strickland.
But Shavlik Randolph. Good hesitation, and Strickland will get the foul. Guys pushing and shoving.
They made a great play right here. As
now Horvath's going to get a technical. Well, Carl has Duke Edsel and Ray Natilli have their work cut out for them right now.
They really do. I mean, we're early in the game.
Shavlik Randolph will shoot the personals.
He was shut out against NC State. His granddaddy was an incredible player.
In the ACC at 86.7%. And misses the first.
Roommate in high school of Carmelo Anthony. Little hug by Etzel on Duhan. Say, come on, let's play here. I want to blow up.
Someone playing hurt tonight, too. Doris Burke fighting her way through a cold. Williams appeared to take his eye off of it and lost the ball. Turnover number 5 against Wake Forest in 7 minutes. Ewing wide open for 3. He and Reddick can kill you from out there.
Wonder what maturity at the point guard slot. Mr. Horvath.
Randolph saw an opening and raced to the bucket.
How does he get shut out? How does a guy with those kind of skills and size get shut out?
The games in his career, now comes off the bench. What a move by Paul. Holy cow, what a drive.
That's a terrific one-on-one maneuver. He's my choice as diaper dandy in the ACC.
Update from Lawrence. Kansas coming off back-to-back blowout road losses. Busts out the Red Unis at home against Baylor. The Bears have not come close to a conference road win, but they're hanging around, only down 4 midway second half.
Very aggressive defensively, especially on the perimeter, Wake Forest.
Oh, what a pass. Williams from Ewing.
Break down inside, lack of communication. Guy gets
Downey back the other way. Excellent team defense by Duke, the follow by Williams. Levy, who is so quick off his feet, gets the tip.
passing lanes very well.
It was only 180, and he's third in the league in rebounds because he is so quick and so tough. Downey comes back the other way. Duhan, great defense. And then Duhan called for the foul. He really forced Downey away from the bucket. Mike Krzyzewski has set the bar as high as anyone can set it.
And everybody else is elevating their game because they want that big win against somebody like them.
Exactly. Deng with a great drive and the spin at the end. And it's 23-17.
Been out defensively, Deng.
Counting on a little weave, got it back when Levy bobbled it. Gray is an excellent long-range shooter. Missed this one. Here comes Duke on the run. 3-on-2.
Nice
Ewing
pass.
to Deng, and he's fouled by Justin Gray.
Nice look by Ewing. Ewing played
DC tournament in the second week of March. I hope you'll be with us for that. That should be a lot of fun. If it's been the best 34.
They should go to this kid. He's ready to play today.
Williams, missed the jam.
But he's
Strickland
ready.
got the rebound, and he is fouled by Dockery. And now Strickland and Dockery with a little push, and it's starting to get out of hand. And you are going to see Duke Edsel say, that's it, boys, I'm not having it anymore.
Take charge big time and say, we're going to chase guys from this game if this is going to continue.
Dick, I think that's what they're telling him right now.
You got to tell them flat up and down. I mean, this is getting a little out of control now. Guys locking arms here, hustling to the ball.
That foul was on Dockery, who looked like he got the worst of that exchange.
Look at this move by Williams. A great move, but he doesn't finish. But he made a great move to get to the rack.
And Justin Gray, the Deacons' leading scorer, has 4 tonight, tries for his 5th here. He could cut the lead to 5. And does. Last 6 games, Gray's been averaging nearly 21 points a game. And on the shot clock. Randolph, nice crossover, got to the baseline. Are you kidding?
Great move.
6'10", 245 with a beautiful crossover. And Gray with an equally gorgeous move at the other end.
Gray really picking it up offensively and attacking the basket. We're ready here tonight. And the freaking Deacons are going nuts as well.
Can be a holding foul on Strickland away from the ball. That'll be.
Watch a triple threat position. You can drive, you can pass, you can shoot. He decides to drive from triple threat position. Now look at Gray. He's, I'm going to take it right to the goal as well. I'm going to split the defense. I'm going to hang in the air. I'm going to get the good rotation. Nice touch. Game, and you also were able to attack the basket. He can't play.
Very competitive. Strickland on another great lob from Paul.
Well, you.
That is the 6th Duke turnover.
Here's the diagonal pass. Back screen, no communication. Deng right there. Touches inside.
Gray for 3. In and out.
Williams foul. Couldn't believe, for example, there's only 4,000 students. Academically, obviously, you got to be the top of the line to get in.
That explains why you and I didn't go to Wake. It's 30-23.
each other because of the defensive ability against one another as well.
Deng against Strickland. A lot of body contact. Deng short, got it back, banked it in.
Deng in a one-on-one situation, so skilled and so talented. A great part of that.
Danilus looks low to Williams, trying to get past Horvath. Short arms it. Danilus, offensive rebound. Puts it up, got it back. Nice head fake. Rolls off. Williams trying to keep it alive. It comes out. Duhan has it. He's tied up. Possession arrow gives it back to Wake. And Mike, your Flyers in a possible Stanley Cup preview. And others will see the San Jose Sharks and the Chicago Blackhawks. Funny, in this game, three-point shooting has not been much of a factor, but inside play has, as Strickland scored 25. Deng, oh, what a pretty move to get open. In and out on the jump shot.
That's 5.
Paul got it away from Duhan. Duhan got it back. Fight at midcourt. Duhan called a timeout. Nominated for induction into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Dick and I have worked together for about 20 years now. We're not really exactly sure of how long, but I have been with Dick in many situations. You have worn many hats and had some silly looking stuff. But I tell you what, I have never been around anyone who loved college basketball more than you do, or who was as dedicated to the people in college basketball. And I congratulate you, man.
I really thank you, Mike.
I congratulate you with all my heart.
I want to try, but this was nominated.
Good enough for me. Ewing a floater down the lane. Horvath.
Horvath really active inside with that little tip. The 7-man rotation.
Danilus tries to go baseline. Just nothing working for Vitas Danilus right now. Banks it up with the left hand. Can't get that one. Comes out to Levy. Boy, this is as physical a game as I've seen in a long time. Levy with a miss. Danilus with another rebound. Duhan stripped it.
Williams says, forget the nonsense.
Hand on it.
I tell you, Mike, he was ready to play. I watched him in a warm-up.
Paul against Duhan. Offensive foul on Paul. You're not going to fool Chris Duhan too often. Blue Devils by 5. Ewing. Williams.
Williams very active inside. Rebounded. They want to get him some touches. I'm telling you, they want to get him some touches.
List of the nominees for the college or for the Basketball Hall of Fame. Jim Calhoun of Connecticut. Our Dick Vitale. Drexler, Woodard, Bill Sharman, Gus Johnson, who was a terrific rebounder for them, the Baltimore Bullets. Bobby Jones, Bernard King, Chet Walker, Maurice Stokes, and you can read the rest. And it has to be something that just strikes you right between the eyes when you see your name.
Goosebumps. I want to run over and get autographs of all those guys. And the Hall of Fame, Mike, I don't know if you've been through it at all.
They need more help?
I'll tell you, the kid is a great player. Look at Downey downtown.
Downey with the left hand buries the three. The first three of the night for Wake Forest, and it cuts the lead.
In gray.
Beautiful shot.
That was a little bit of a prayer right there. Use that 5'6". This is no 5'3". Yes,
With the 14 this one. Williams rebound, put it up with the left hand, headed block. Deacons trying to run. Downey 1-on-3. Got it anyway.
What a great play. What a sensational play by Downey.
Visser, good step out. Knocked it away from Deng. Deng goes to the floor. Double team. Got it to Williams. Ewing. Tough shot.
He's a big-time player. He was so good. Inside, give Visser some touches.
Great move by Paul.
I love that diaper dandy.
Award list. And Deng answers at the other end.
Deng says, hey, diaper dandy, anything you can do, I can do better.
Williams gives it up to Gray, and they're going to call Ewing as he ran through a screen. That's one. Hard and so courageously. You knew he was a tough guy from that second on.
He's got the great stroke, the great fight. He's going to win this title this year.
41-37. Deng had stripped by Paul, and Visser picked it up.
Paul's trying to get it inside to Williams. He wants to get it inside to the big guy.
Had him one-on-one. Randolph came over to double team, but got there late.
Got to take it into him. He's ready to play. Told you earlier, Mike.
Still, he only has 6 points, Dick. Ewing. How many big shots has he hit this year? Paul sets himself up for a three. front of the rim. Sheldon Williams to the rebound. Brings it out himself after pressure. Duhan at the buzzer. Almost got it.
Think of the first half. Very physical. A lot of emotion, a lot of passion.
Duke led by as many as 9. The halftime score. Duke 44. The Deacons 39. Here's our updated Star Watch. The guards have played a lot better than this. Here's what it sounded like all night. More at the half in Winston-Salem. Third-ranked Duke leading number 15 Wake Forest 44-39. This may have been the most physical first half of play we have witnessed in the ACC this year. Bodies flying everywhere. 19 fouls called in the first half. And a lot of let's get down to the floor and get real.
2 technicals as well. Ewing was big, Mike. Knocked down 3 big trifectas. In fact, that was the only 3 threes they made in the first half. They got to get Reddick going.
Does this style, Reddick will not start the second half, by the way. He has those 3 fouls. Does this style of play favor either team?
I would really think it favors, to me, Wake Forest.
5 offensive rebounds and 0 for 5 from the floor. Nothing has dropped for that young man. And Ewing now 4 out of 5 from three-point range. He's the ACC in long-range shooting. Visser forced that shot. Duke capable of those bursts that can put you.
Great look.
Basketball court gives it up to Duhan, the runner. Randolph nearly with a great tip from long range. Gray the other way against Ewing and got the reverse.
Nice transition basket right there by Wake Forest.
First half, trying to cool heads, and the 2 guys probably leading candidates for ACC Rookie of the Year. Deng with 13 points and 5 of 9 shooting. And Dick, that is a very close race.
A big lead, got beat at the end of the game by Humphries.
Duhan out of the corner, knocks down the 3-point shot, and the lead has grown to 11.
It's about that.
Yeah, to do that in the 3rd week of February, that's really lousy.
That's Bush.
This foul is going to be on Levy for the block. He thought he was going to get a charge.
Just like I get a big kick when I hear the NBA doesn't want all these kids to come out. I mean, they flood America looking at every player across the nation, and they give the unbelievable interest level is incredible. You're right now fighting to stay. You want to get over 500. You're at home. You can't afford in this league to lose at home.
Danilus, who needs something to work for him. That one does it. Williams trying for the follow and powered it up between Randolph and Sheldon Williams.
I just don't believe they get him enough touches, Mike.
Gray knocked away by Ewing, got it back. Tough drive down the bait, down the lane, and got it.
He earned that one, going down the gut of the defense, because with Duke, they're right in your face defensively. You don't get anything easy.
Justin Gray, the leading scorer for Wake, has 14, and the ball will go over to Wake Forest on a foul. It's going to be called on Ewing, his 3rd.
That's his 4th team foul.
Home Street wins. Pittsburgh at 40 with a great facility. Duke with 39.
Paul for 3. Got it. The young man who lit up Cincinnati for 30. Hits a big 3.
He's got a little bit more here in the second half.
The lead has been cut to 6. Reddick, who was driving more. Into Danilus, and missed the shot after there was nobody left defensively. So I never got to see anything. Paul, Horvath steps out. Levy hits the 3. Jamal Levy, who is only a 21% shooter from long range, just made his 5th 3 of the entire year.
That's a big 3 there for them. I really think they're feeling the unbelievable 3 that Paul made, gave them the lift.
Wake has scored the last 10. Pull-up jumper, in and out. Danilus tries for the big follow and can't get it.
He can't
buy it.
He can't get a break.
Duhan dumps it off, and the foul will be called on Williams. Half, and then it's been a tremendous run. Duke scored 10 of the first 12 points. Horvath hits this one. Paul almost lost it. Now it's a jump ball situation, and he does lose it. Good defense by Duke. Deng partially blocked by Levy. There's Danilus again inside. Another jump ball situation. This time the possession arrow favors Wake Forest.
Up and inside.
Williams against Horvath.
That's where you got to go. Good high-low. Bring the ball into the big horses. A lot of good things happen. He came off the bench. Not starting because he hasn't played well.
Williams against Danilus, and he shows some strength inside. Paul got caught in the lane. Danilus for three. Got it!
Eventually arrived. Eventually arrived.
And Danilus running down the court, lifts his arms over his head, trying to get the crowd back into it. It is a one-point game. Knocked loose and nearly stolen. We can penetrate. Redick.
Don't want to foul him. Don't want to foul him. He utilizes the ball fake really well.
Duhan, tough off-balance shot.
Oh, nice tip.
Horvath tipped it in.
Horvath getting some QT, quality time tonight. An entry inside to Williams.
Danilus just hit a three.
Get it to him.
Williams against Horvath.
Mike, I told you he was ready, big fella.
Boy, he's pumped. Last three. Maybe that was the ticket. Sheldon Williams inside. So the big guys exchanging buckets. Paul kicks it back to Danilus. Can it be two?
That's the guy that projected to be all ACC. Where has he been? Has he arrived? Has Danilus come to town? Does a TO, baby? It's rocking at the jaw.
Vitas Danilus had made 5 3-pointers the entire season. He's just made 2 in the last minute. We are tied at 61.
You're going to watch Danilus with the trifecta. There he is. Splash. Look at him dancing now. He's feeling good.
The hot hand belongs to that guy there, Randolph Childress. Nice little cross. Oh, my. What a crossover there.
Do you see it?
Get me. Oh,
Man.
that was called breaking the guy's ankle.
Oh, and then he busted his chops. Stackhouse. No! Wake Forest wins the ACC!
We are locked up at 61 with 11:40 to play here in Winston-Salem. We focused on the perimeter play coming into this basketball game. The point guards and now the 2 guards. You look at what J.J. Redick and Justin Gray have done on this season. Both outstanding numbers, 2 of the better 2 guards in the entire ACC. For tonight, a little bit differently. Redick sat the early part of his second half with the 3 fouls. Justin Gray is off to an outstanding start. But Dick, you said 2 things. Eric Williams was going to have a good game, and this game would be decided in the post. Both of those things playing out right now.
Start being a factor and make some threes.
Wake Forest has really stepped it up at both ends of the court as Deng misses. Dockery mistimes his leap. Channels like Randolph. Offensive rebound, and he traveled.
And he rolled his pivot foot on the inside. Just plays basketball. Never says a word. 7 of their last 10 by Wake Forest. That's 70% in any league, man.
Duhan,
Nice
great
play.
feed to Deng. Go back to the last meeting between these two, January 17th at Cameron Indoor, and J.J. Redick, who has been held to only 2 points tonight, had 23 in that one. Duhan, 8 points, 14 assists. That's a career high, most of them inside. Chris Paul was virtually shut down by their defense. Wake made a run in the second half, and you can see the disappointment on the face of the McDonald's All-American freshman. Finally, Sheldon Williams, 3.3 a game, and there are the numbers on Chris Paul tonight. Look at the 8 assists. That has been critical for the Deacons as they have climbed back in this game. They were down by as many as 13. In this league, that is 1 turnover every 14 and a half minutes. Redick, great fake, wide open, rimmed out. Ball goes baseline, got around Ewing and ties the game at 63.
Nice little one-on-one maneuver. Great work ethic, J.J. Redick.
We're tied at 63 under 9 minutes. Ewing cut off by Gray. Pull-up jump shot. Offensive rebound, Sheldon Williams, and Sheldon Williams has 14 points.
Yeah, you wrapped up.
Levy. Jamal Levy ties it at 65.
Williams have a lot of strength on him.
Williams gets the long pass, blocked by Williams. Williams as he comes over. Eric Williams got a piece of Sheldon Williams' shot.
Oh, score the
That
basket.
should be a goaltend on Deng.
Score the basket.
And Wake Forest has taken its first lead since it was 2-0.
And they're jumping with joy, baby. There's jubilation in Winston-Salem.
We've got a timeout, a 2-point game, less than 8 minutes to go.
Trying to isolate him. Got it to him there.
Against Eric Williams, who had picked up his third foul, and Sheldon Williams over Eric Williams.
Great duo, beats him to the spot. Good defense.
Gray, good head fake to get free, and Justin Gray knocks down another three. He has 17 points. With a desperation shot, can't hit it.
Can't give any help off, Reddick. You got to stay with him.
Wake by 3. Downing kicks it back outside to Paul. Into the corner of Downing. Williams trying to keep it alive. Deng, good rebound.
Great look by Paul. He spotted.
Oh, what a pass by Duhan to Sheldon Williams.
Oh, look at Sheldon running the court. Duhan with the great eyes and the great feet. The point guard slot. He really does.
Yes, he does.
He's the orchestra leader.
Williams low to Gray. Kicks it back to Downing. Got by Reddick. Feeds to Williams.
Oh, right down the gut of the defense. Two-man play. Eric Williams, a man tonight.
Points, 10 rebounds. Ewing for 3. Offensive rebound. Deng, basket, and the foul.
How is that for a big play by the diaper dandy? No worse than second in the ACC since '97. As you look at Deng with the offensive rebound, and there's the conversion. Now goes to the line. 8 straight 20-win-plus seasons, 3 national titles, 13 Final Fours, 8 National Player of the Years. Are you kidding me? Like Dean Smith, sometimes you just take it for granted when you're up on top.
Downey kicks it outside.
Oh, is he special? Oh, do they have a special one here?
Has 20 after getting 30 against Cincinnati over the weekend. Knocked out of bounds by Duke, out to Wake. We are under 5 minutes and the Deacons are up by 3.
Look at that bounce pass. Sheldon Williams with the catch, the jam, great look by Duhan. And then here comes Wake Forest, right down the gut. Jam by every.
Especially, both teams have been brilliant. Paul, great move to get free. Powers it up inside. How did he make that one?
I can't believe it. Can't believe it.
A long losing streak. Ewing kicks it out to Dockery. Dockery to Duhan. Got it.
Great ball reversal. Dockery kicking the ball out to Duhan, wide open at the top. Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul.
No basket. Paul was fouled as he went down the lane.
As the best perimeter player they ever had here at Wake. If he stays in school, I hope he does. He seems to be a kid, a lot like a Tim Duncan. That school is important to him, and he wants to be a kid.
5. Ewing can't get in.
Nice fake.
Great fake, goes down the lane, a little floater.
Ability, distribute the basketball. All the things you want on a point guard.
Oh, what a pass, and Levy is fouled. What a brilliant no-look pass by Paul. Holy cow.
Basket. Now watch the bounce pass. Look at him find the open area, drop it on a dime. I mean, this kid is special. You got to make that layup. He dropped the quarter right there, baby. That's not a dime. He dropped the quarter.
No, usually you don't have a variety of free throws. Second one swishes through.
Hey, look at little Muggsy. 5-3. What an example for all you kids out there.
Recapping the night in college hoops, St. Joseph's goes to 23-0. 4 ranked teams lose on the road, although only Cincinnati UAB and NC State to Clemson were upsets. And a big night for last-place teams in conference. Minnesota, their first Big Ten win in almost a year. St. John's gets their first Big East win. SportsCenter follows the game. Then join us 12:30 Eastern for College Game Night. Back now to the college hoops.
To go in the game, this would be a huge win for Wake Forest. They got one on Sunday against Cincinnati because Chris Paul had a career-high 30, 7 rebounds. Tonight, 18 points, 8 assists. He's hit 7 out of 11 from the floor.
He was hurt so badly in the humiliation and the loss against Luol.
Duhan got him on his hip, but the little floater wouldn't go. Paul back the other way. 3-on-2. He'll try to take it himself. Basket and the foul.
That's an amazing play in transition. He is so quick with the rock in his hands. It reminds me a little bit of what I've seen in John Lucas down at Oklahoma State. But then he's going to turn on the speed, and then he protects the ball, lays it on the glass. Oh, my man Garfinkel was right again. The Super Garf told me that this kid will be a big-time influence as a type of dandy.
84% free throw shooter, completes the 6-point play.
But in the second half, they are matching up, not giving any help.
Williams, nice step out against Duhon. Now they lob it low, and Deng threw it intended for Williams, and Williams wasn't there.
Too often, they only have one more road game in the ACC.
Gray with a tough shot, can't hit it. Levy got the offensive rebound, a new 35 on the shot clock. Prosser was immediately off the bench, that pulled out a little bit. Nice catch by Strickland on a tough pass, and Strickland scores off the pass from Eric Williams.
They're in the second half.
And the Blue Devils need points. Ewing for 3, and he nailed it.
They're not going to go away. You know Duke has had a habit of always making a big play late.
They do.
Play. It becomes the marquee game.
Bray. Levy tried to keep it alive and couldn't. Blue Devils with the ball down by 5. 131 and counting. The last 8 years they have dominated this league. Ewing lost it. Great steal by Chris Paul, who is one of the nation's leaders and #1 in the ACC in stealing the basketball. With 1:03 left. Paul can't get by, double team. Dockery ties him up, then taken by Duhon. No whistle. Back to Duhon. Duhon into the corner. Ewing for 3. No. Deng, offensive rebound. The freshman connects again. I think it's a better basketball game when they do that.
Oh, no doubt about it. Right. You call every foul, I wouldn't make my speaking engagement tomorrow. I got to make some cash to catch you.
Here are the ACC standings. North Carolina State, if you missed it earlier, lost at Clemson. You go on the road in this league, you take your life in your own hands. But now 2 games back of Duke. But Wake trying to change that. Wake could go to 6-5. They would move into 3rd place and just a couple of games behind NC State if they can pull off this win. Paul double team, gets it to Levy, now to Downey. Downey to Williams. They're trying to burn some time. And they got it to Williams and fouled him. Williams, for a big guy, good free throw shooter, 70%. Williams with 15 points. Now 16. It's 87-82.
What a factor he has been off the bench.
Now Mike Krzyzewski right now being very good with his offensive defensive substitutions. He is in some time.
Yeah, they're making him use time. Good defense.
Ewing, tough shot, banks it in.
Gets it back to a 1-possession game. Gets down a free throw shooting right now.
Strickland goes to the line for the first time. He is only a 57% free throw shooter, but hits that one.
Consecutive 20-game win season, 5 at Xavier.
In and out on the second one. Duke needs 2 buckets and not much time.
Want to foul any 3-point shooters here if you're waiting.
Duhon tries to feed inside. Paul has it. And the foul with 6.5 seconds to go.
This team, the Duke kids have a lot of pride, and trust me, they will recover.
23 points for Paul. The last 2 games against highly ranked opponents, he has had 53. Count them. 53 points.
Here comes the celebration.
Wake Forest has knocked off Duke. The Blue Devils have lost their 2nd in a row in the ACC. A huge win for Skip Prosser. His team will go to 6-5. The final score, the Deacons beat the Blue Devils 90-84. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Doris Burke and Dick Vitale, this is Mike Patrick. Thanks for watching, everybody. For more information, log on to ESPN.com. Now it's SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt and Stuart Scott.